Everyone, I just got done making it ended up being a 3-part video because my camera kept messing up on me, and I ended up having to delete some videos from my SIM card and stuff. But I won't be able to post till tomorrow. It's a 3-part one. It's on some experiences, some of my experiences, and the last one, when I'm speaking about going through the water, I just want to add this. At one point, when I knew I had to come up to breathe, you'll understand tomorrow when you see my video. The first time I did have to come up, but I remember when I told you in the video, I remember piece by piece, and there's some things that I still don't remember, so I'll tell you as I do remember this thing. But and at one point, when I wanted to cross back over, I knew I had to get in the water. But when I got back in, I remember I found that I did not have to come up to breathe. The first time I did, when I came up and ascended, but when I told you in the video that I wanted to go over to another part of this place that I was in, and I had to get in the water to do it. At one point, I had understanding when I was in the water that I did not have to come up. But anyway, that's I told you a few experiences throughout my journey. But I can't post it till tomorrow, and I want to make this really short. So I can post it because my son's doing watching TV, and I can't, I've told you if I post videos, it messes up his TV. So I have to do it in the morning. I've also made a couple other videos in the last few days, the last week, that I haven't posted yet. And sometimes I wait to, edit. Something didn't come out exactly right, and, I don't like to speak anything wrong. Even one word out of place or mistaken, can cause confusion for some, or not to see correctly. So, I've deleted many videos, because of that. I felt like something didn't come out right. So just, instead of going and messing and editing, I might just post these videos how they are. In some videos, you have to know. I never, if I have a thought that I'm wanting to speak on, a word I want to speak on, maybe from the beginning of the video, I'll begin putting it out. But sometimes I have no idea what I'm going to speak when I begin my video. So I'll, at the beginning, it will be this and that, just a little, word here and there. But usually it's halfway through, then I will grasp onto what, I go with. So sometimes, just watch my videos all the way through, because if I post it, there's something that should be heard. Something that will help another. I've also, I know even through the years and months, and, there's people I've wanted to speak to, but just with everything going on, and, I've lost track of some, and, I hope to establish, now that I more understand and see who's truly speaking, whose hearts are true and who is truly speaking, being led. I hope to begin speaking with some of you more. And, I'm going to put out, and, it's little by little. I didn't come to understand the things that I understand overnight. So, some things I might speak, just, we share. We're to share the testimony. We're to speak our testimony. Give our witness. I couldn't do a whole lot until I had understanding. You know, you have to have assurance of that word before you speak it. The Father's just what the Father's working in us today, and you know, there's many who have never tasted, have never experienced, they only know man. They only know what man has told them. But we know that what the Father has worked is that we can come to know Him in spirit and in truth. That all who will desire and who will turn and who will seek, you know, it's a battle. And some of us have been on this battle. And I've always known myself that my trial, you know, was that when I come out, when I understand, I will be able to help another by the testimony. You know, men speak what they've been told. And you know, it's external. It's what they've been told. It's not what they have within. And today is the day of understanding for all who will desire to understand. So many scriptures is understood carnally and falsely. You know, the carnal man cannot come to know the things of God, because the carnal mind itself is enmity. Everything the carnal man has learned and taught is enmity. And, you know, it is a great working that has brung us to make us able. That place prepared, that people falsely see the scripture, a certain one was to prepare a place. The place is here. We have to be prepared to be able to receive the Spirit and the things of the Spirit. The mansion is right here. When, you know, we who understand these things have went through a great fight of affliction, that His word purified. It means man, well, His word didn't need to be purified, just needed man's word and carnal understanding to be purged from it, leaving it. It's the pure word. You know, I've waited long to speak many things. I put out what I can, and I'll share my journey. So I'll be posting those tomorrow, and you know, I can't answer every question either that people, that's what gets me, you know, thrown off. I want to say this, I did turn off, if I did it right, my comments. I want to be able to approve comments, and so, you know, I'll still get the comments through email on my YouTube. But when I get so many questions from, you know, the carnal mind, many of the carnal mind who have not, you know, who are still struggling. Every word you say, they're going to say this. Well, what about this? They always have that scripture that they don't understand, that they have to question you. You know, I when I looked at all these questions, I can't answer everything. I'm going to, and it gets me thrown off. It gets me thrown off at what I need to present and what I need to speak. It's for those who will stop talking. You know, I didn't talk while I was learning. I couldn't listen and hear if I was myself was speaking. You have to learn to be silent and to learn to hear then you might be able to understand if you start listening and stop listening to the wrong. You know, I'm going to do a video on those who are speaking what man has taught them and teaching what man has taught. You know, the difference between the speakers, teachers of man, and the speakers of, you know, the things of the Spirit, what they themselves have learned, have been given. You know, the more you understand, the more able you can see now who is not speaking of the Spirit. See, those who are speaking of the Spirit, they're not trying to teach you. They're telling you their testimony. They're speaking to you through their experience what the Spirit has revealed to them. And it's the Spirit that bears witness. They're not saying, God said, God said. Let me tell you what God said. They're just telling you the experience, what they've learned. They're putting that scripture to, you know, so hard to explain. I'll do a video. They're not trying to get you to listen to them. They're trying to get you to hear the testimony that you will turn and be able to learn from the Spirit yourself. They're not trying to tell you what the Scripture says. They're not trying to teach you doctrine and tell you this is what's going to happen and this is what it says. They're telling, you know, my thoughts not all together right now. Because that's it. That's not how it works. We who have been on this journey, in this trial, we know that only the Spirit can reveal what the Spirit has said. And it's you to turn to the Spirit, to let the Spirit teach you and guide you. Not us. We're not looking for a following. We're looking for you to turn from even our videos and look, you know, let the Spirit teach you and guide you and show you these things. Don't listen to man. Those who are gathering themselves learners, that is not the way it works. It's one-on-one. Spirit, learners of the Spirit. One-on-one. Spirit teaches Spirit. Man gather many teachers to themselves, and man gather many disciples to themselves. We give our testimony that you will turn also from man. So, I hope I can post this one right now. I just wanted to, you know, sometimes I don't get on and speak to some of you for days, and or don't post a video, and I'm a little behind on seeing, you know, what people's put out, what some of the sisters and brethren has put out the last few days. Just know my heart is with you. And I hope we can all, perhaps some of us, speak together. I mean, we waited a long time to be able to speak these things to one another, because we each had to learn them first, to have something to share with one another. So, right now, I'll just say, Father bless you, and much love to you, and speak to you soon, and bear with my videos through, you know, just take out what you can. You know, as I said before too, don't try to understand what you don't understand. Just take out what is good. Take out, you know, what the Spirit reveals or gives you. Even in the Scripture, I stopped struggling when I, you know, trying to figure out things or struggle in certain Scriptures. It's like, if I didn't understand it, I'd wait for understanding. It's what I do today. What the things I don't understand, I know I will know tomorrow. You know, Be grounded in the simple things. Seek first the kingdom. Seek first the simplicity of Christ. Okay. I've said much in these videos. I'll be posting tomorrow. So, and I make mistakes too. And so if I've spoken a word, that didn't come out exactly right, just ask me, question me. Because it takes so much time to edit, and so I just want to just put it out with errors and all, Okay, that's all I'll say for now. Much love to you. Father bless.